Good morning. I have a problem. I'm having a problem committing to a vehicle. Size is an issue. I think about a cargo van because it's not huge. You can kind of be stealthy, and I can work out of it. The working out of it's a really big deal. Because even if I needed like 100 extra bucks, I could take my wares, go do a flea market. You're going to make money. So, committing to one, committing to a used vehicle is so scary to me. I'm so afraid that I'm going to pick the wrong one. Bring it to a mechanic. It's not that easy. It's $250. So let's say the mechanic looks at it and needs a ton of work, and then I decide against it, and then I go with another vehicle, and I have to pay $250 for that to be checked out. I mean, it could add up really fast. No one's going to be able to say whether the engine is gone, unless it's like sputtering and crap, and I would figure that one out just by running it. A transmission, you can feel that. Be clunky or hesitant. But there's other things like water pumps, and I don't think they can see things like that. Timing belts. I don't know. There's just a lot of little things that could add up to a lot of money. So fear of commitment is going on with me. There's a few vans out there. I was really hoping for a passenger van with a high top, but that's going to be harder to park, And it's going to be an older van. I feel like I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. So I've been thinking about minivans or SUVs. A good full-size SUV could tow. But it's about the same miles per gallon as a cargo van. Now, someone suggested I looked at this bus that was on Facebook in my area. And so I messaged the guy, There's no pictures, and that makes me suspicious right off the bat. I messaged, and the name was odd, okay? Two things. You always know it's a scam when, like, the guy's name is Michael David or Samuel James. He's got like two first names as a first and last, which is rather unusual, really. So yeah, this guy has a very odd name on the Facebook page, and I just really have my doubts. The other thing with Marketplace is if they've just started, they're new to Facebook, you can kind of guess that it's probably not real. So this is a big old heap of a 450 engine. What's that? 7 miles to the gallon. That's the other thing that's worrying me is miles to the gallon. Cargo van, once it's loaded up, is going to be about 10 miles to the gallon. I need to go like 2,000 miles. That ain't good. That's just one way. 1,900 miles to get to where I'm going. It's about $1,000, $800 to $1,000. I'm just a little bit nervous. The other problem I've got is wanting to keep too many things, especially in toiletries. I'll show it to you later. Maybe if I go through it with somebody, the ridiculousness will hit. fingernail polish? Seriously? I don't even wear fingernail polish. I got rid of most of it, but I kept about 5 or 6 of them. I'm actually using the clear stuff. I'm using them on my moles, hoping to kill them off, but it's not working. I hate moles. The one on the back of my head seems to be shrinking, but it's making my hair all clump up. You know, when you put fingernail polish in your hair, it's not a great practice. Would you believe that's what I'm talking about this morning? The other problem I'm having is comfort eating. I've eaten way too much the last few days. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I think I'm really nervous. I'm running out of time. I'm not where I need to be at as far as my packing goes, but I will be. As soon as I get a storage facility, I'm going to start hauling stuff over there. That creates a whole nother issue, but I can't go into that. So yeah, I need to take a 5-minute mind break. While taking a break, I went online to see, oh, that's an alarm, wait a minute. I went to look on Marketplace and there's a new listing. It's a 2012 Ford Econoline for under $9,000. That ain't bad. I don't know what kind of mileage it had because they just replaced the engine and transmission, and I'm a little iffy on that. It's in beautiful condition. The vehicle's really clean looking, but it must have been used to the hilt to have to replace both engine and transmission. But the beauty of that is I wouldn't have to replace it. I don't always like replaced engines and transmissions because if it's not done properly, you know, that's the biggie. You could have trouble down the road. Was it rebuilt? He's not saying. He just said, how'd he put it? Hang on a minute here. Get rid of that. Newly installed engine and transmission with very little use. Van is in incredible condition. Runs great, everything works, perfect hot and cold. All the doors locked for safety, no rust, clean Florida title in hand and ready to work. It's a 250. That'd have some decent power. That's the mid-size one. 350 would be the kicker, you know. 250's okay. It's most certainly better than a 6-cylinder. I didn't see if it had a hitch, which it wouldn't matter for the, yeah, it has a hitch, so I wouldn't have to get a tow package. It's already got one, and that's probably why it needed a new engine and transmission. That's why I look for vehicles that have not towed, and that's really hard to find. Really hard to find, because, you know, these are workhorses, and that's what people use them for. So that's a possibility. I messaged the guy, and I don't know, he looks like a private sale. He had it in front of a car dealership for the photographs. I have my doubt he's with a car dealership. Sorry about that. I wanted to adjust a little bit because there was too, whatever. Looking for vehicles. I hate it. I really hate it. But it's got to be done. It's just scary, that's all. I was looking at some other ones too. I gotta check back and make sure they haven't sold. I don't know. I have stuff to do today. I gotta get on my I'm sorry, I'm looking at cars and talking to you at the same... Is that rude? Probably. At least I'm talking about them. I was going to look at another one for 12,000, which is like really up there for me. I didn't want to spend that much. You know, I want buffer money, and then I want house money. You know, I was driving around yesterday doing my errands, and it felt so good to be able to drive and come and go on my schedule. And I just thought to myself, how ideal this would have been if I'd been able to have my home in my car too. I don't know. My health issues keep getting more and more complicated, and boy, that really throws a wrench in the works. I don't talk about all of it. I just don't want to. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I shouldn't even be doing Brimfield. I shouldn't even be considering it. I just want to get myself into a better place. There's no rescuing me. Not unless I could win the Powerball. And we know what the chances of that are. What is it, like 1 in no chance possible? Poor Dennis. He said to me, I wish you'd win the Powerball. In the last 2 months he was alive. He knew how he was leaving me, and I know it bothered him. He couldn't advise me. I'd say, what do you think I should do, Denny? I don't know, Nikki. I'm sorry. Well, that's the breaks. I'll figure it out one way or another. Hopefully I'll still have full faculties at the time that I figure it out. I want a little place. I want a little place in the country somewhere. And I want a car, as crappy as it may be. I want to be able to come and go. I really hope I get that. That's what my heart's desire is at this point in my life. Will I get it? She doesn't know. I sure as heck am gonna try. That's the best I can do. Meanwhile, I've got to get this crap together. What day is it? It's only the 21st. I'm good till the 1st of August. Then I'll get myself a storage if I didn't find a trailer that I could, you know. It would be a lot better if I could find a Wells cargo trailer, any kind of enclosed trailer. Something roadworthy, you know. Then I wouldn't have to rent one from U-Haul, and I wouldn't have to rent storage facility. I'd actually own my storage. I would like that. I'm hopeful. We'll have to see. That's really all I have this morning. I'm really, really tired, and I'm picking up Maggie to take her to an appointment in about an hour. And then they asked me to go out to breakfast. I don't know. I've been eating too much. I don't feel good from that. Why am I doing it? I can't taste it. I'm just doing it. Just stuffing my face for the comfort of it. It's not very comforting, can I tell you? It's not comforting. It makes me feel bad. It makes my body feel bad. I gotta get a grip. I gotta say, stop it. You gotta face the consequences and carry on. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Wish I had some of you here with me to say, Nikki, get up off your butt and do this, do that, do that, do this. I really should set up a yard sale. The wasp problem is still there. The wasp's little nest is bigger. I've caught a ton of wasps in that wasp catcher. I think every wasp in Pasco is coming to my wasp catcher. Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I'm still praying for y'all. Let me know how you're doing. And I'm okay. I'm not fantastic, I admit it. I'm a little on edge. Trying to trust God. Trying to not be afraid. It's not easy. I'm aging with issues. And yeah, it's hard to be positive when you know what you're facing, you know? You know it's not going to be easy. As a matter of fact, there's going to be times when it's going to be downright awful. I know. But I also know deep down inside that this is what I need to do. I just know it. I wish I knew when I saw a van, that's my van. I just wish my intuition would spark and I would know it. Scary, huh, boys and girls? Yes. So like that van that has the new engine and transmission, I start to wonder, if it was run that hard, what else does it need? It could need a whole lot more. It might have had as much as 300,000 or more miles on it when they had to replace the engine and transmission, and that means a lot of parts are probably worn. I can ask to look at the maintenance records and see, did they take care of it? Needing a new engine and transmission, probably not very well. If you're a guy and you want to comment below, I appreciate any suggestions. Not just that guys know about trucks, but they tend to. If you're a woman who knows about trucks and you can give me some advice, I'll take it. What to look for. I have to go alone because the kids are just too busy. They're just too busy. Mike will be driving all weekend trying to make up for last weekend that he missed some days. He got sick again from his sinuses. Maggie drove in his place. She has an Uber account too. And, but you know, he's like, I don't know, he's like Wonder Man when it comes to Uber. Wonder Uber driver. He knows how to make the money. He's just good at it. He reminds me of my husband when my husband door knocked. You know, he was really good at getting into people's houses. What a crazy. Hey, that's how he supported us. Bless his heart. Bless your heart, Denny. Hey, Denny, I could use a little help here, hey? You couldn't suggest anything while you were living. Could you kind of like maybe like tweak in my ear now? Say, hey, Nikki, that's the one. Go for it. Maybe I'm looking for magic in all the wrong places. Okay, I'll live. I'm going. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Bye.